may be. And so they're left to fend for themselves. It's kind of like sending a chihuahua into the wild, wild west. I mean, all bets are off pretty much. So why don't we strengthen the body? And you can do the two of them together. It's not just one or the other. Obviously, hold on to the safeguards, the support systems that the governments can give you. And if you don't have them, well, then focus on building strength. And what we know is that once you focus on building strength, by the way, we started a company called Building Strength LLC, just to show you how committed I am to that process. Once we focus on strengthening the parts we need to strengthen, you will find out that the threshold for these crises or these problems or these events, or even the weakness and the pains that kids with sickle cell disease feel, that threshold begins to rise higher and higher and higher. You find out that it takes more to upset them. It takes more to let them have a crisis or any kind of discomfort. So I think that's what we need. That's what our philosophy should be in the third world countries. Let's focus on what it takes to strengthen the body, while at the same time holding whatever opportunities modern medicine gives us. Let's hold on to that as well, but not leaving one for the other. And let's combine the two.
Welcome back, and it's good to know you're still on the show. Thank you very much there, Dr. Ajibade. We'll take a short break now, and when we come back, we'll be ready for our first interview. Stay with us.
This is Window on Abuja.
We have everything it takes to compete with any nation all across the world.
How do we make it? We are ready to produce.
I've been contributing to the development of your kingdom.
Hello and welcome to Young Hearts.
Our focus today will be on hepatitis B. Ladylike!
This is Entertainment Gist.
Welcome back, and thanks for staying with us this morning on the show. Well, my guest is a very interesting one. A very unusual one. He will be helping me to look at opportunities and various other things in the food industry. Please help me welcome my guest, Mr. Chinonso Samuel.
Very much, ma. Yes, ma.
Good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning, ma. Thank you very much
you're
for inviting
young,
me.
you're male, and you are a chef. That's very interesting. It's an interesting mix there.
Yes.
Talk to me. In an industry where women are dominating, what inspired you to take up entrepreneurship in the food industry?
I think my passion for the food industry actually started from when I was a very young person, and I would say my mom played a key role into that. So she would, most times my mom would organize some sort of competition between I and my siblings. Would have to make food to please her. She would have to supervise us when we are cooking. And growing up after secondary school, I noticed I had to just do something. And that was the only thing I could actually do at the moment, because I had some sort of experience with my mom, because my mom ran the kitchen as well. Okay. So from when I was growing up, yes. So I had to just push for it. And the moment I pushed for it, I didn't really have a plan for it. I just wanted to work in a restaurant and have something to do for myself. But then I understood that there was a need for me to be precise, and with that, there was now the drive to go further, because there's this thing about me. I don't like to be a mediocre in whatever I'm doing. Okay. So that drive to get better and better kept pushing me forward and forward and forward, and got me right here where I am today.
Interesting. You've been a chef for about 5 years now. Yes. I think that's long enough to sustain and say that you're here to stay.
Yes.
So talk to us about some of the challenges you faced in the beginning and how you overcame them.
Well, some of the challenges I faced was trying to blend with the system, because I was not born there. I was not. I did it from a standpoint of family when I was with my mom. I didn't really see it as a big deal. But when I got into the industry outside my mom's kitchen, I understood that there's a lot of responsibility on me, and there's a need for me to be serious. There's a need for me to be precise. There's a need for me to be up when it comes to the knowledge about the industry. So I had to read up. I had to make researches. I had to work out because it's
stamina.
yes, because there's a lot of stamina like required, and there's this stress that comes from being a chef. Most chefs burn out at work, and when I started, it was a huge stress for me. It was a huge disadvantage for me because I was not used to it. So trying to adjust to that was quite much a
Task.
a task for me. So I was really trying to push and see to it that I'm meeting up with the standards that I'm meeting up, and it was a really huge challenge for me. And then now moving to the point where I started to see myself as an entrepreneur in that line. I had to do more research. I had to do more study because now I'm thinking of owning a business. I'm thinking of doing something for myself, not just working for someone, because I can't be there forever. So I have to know what they know. I have to, because so that actually started to make me see it in a different way. So now the challenges grew from just working in a restaurant to being a reliable staff, a reliable person, even in my brand, for myself. So there was like a lot of challenge there, and I had to just keep pushing to meet up.
Interesting. The reason why a customer, may not want to come back to eat at a certain place probably has to do with safety and hygiene.
Yes,
You talk to us about some of the protocols, the safety protocols that you think food vendors must prioritize.
Yeah, that's true. There is something most restaurant owners probably don't understand. And I've worked with several restaurants. I've seen things. And there are some restaurants I worked in. I enjoyed my stay. I enjoyed my work period because there were lots of precision when it comes to food handling. There were lots of precision when it comes to hygiene. And of course, there is something I do know about chefs. There's something I've noticed about chefs. If you see